Guys, Dave. I'm here at the Green Lawn Memorial Gardens in Greenville, Mississippi. That's Washington County. And actually I'm here for a couple different graves. But we're going to start off one grave, and then we'll do another video on the second one. But probably about 100 feet or so, a couple hundred feet maybe down this row. See if we can find them. But there's evil in this world. We all know it. And we're going to find a grave of very evil, awful individual. And that is J.W. Milan, M-I-L-A-N. I've heard it pronounced Milan, Milan. I'm just going to call him J.W. But we're talking evil person here. So J.W. and his half-brother, Roy Bryant, they are the ones that are responsible for the brutal murder of Emmett Till, a little African-American boy. If you don't know Emmett Till's story, look it up. It's an important piece of civil rights history, and I'll tell you about that here as I kind of walk. But there's some really good videos out there on the story of Emmett Till. Actually, what you should do is stop this video and go Google Emmett Till open casket if you want to see what this guy and his piece of shit brother did to him. So J.W., born John William, was born 1919 in Mississippi and died at the age of 61 in 1980, also in Hinds County, Mississippi. I think he's down here someplace. But he was a civil rights opponent. He, along with his half-brother, Roy Bryant, received notoriety for the alleged, I'm going to use that alleged, really, we'll explain that in a minute, murder of a 14-year-old black boy named Emmett Till. Emmett was from Chicago, and he was visiting family here in Mississippi, and he went into a store owned by Roy Bryant and his wife, Carolyn, and allegedly whistled or catcalled or said something to Carolyn Bryant that really made her upset. And she went home and told her husband Roy, and Roy and J.W. went out to Emmett Till's uncle, where Emmett was staying, took him out of the house, beat him, tortured him, mutilated him, and then dumped him in the river for allegedly, whistling or catcalling, or saying something inappropriate to Roy Bryant's wife. And they were brought to trial on September 19th, 1955, in an all-white jury. Acquitted both men 5 days later. So, yeah, hard to believe an all-white jury in Mississippi during... Oh, there we go. John W. Milan, U.S. Army. We're not going to dignify by cleaning it off. Who cares what it says? He's dead. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I should get back to the story here. Find a grave, just so if you're looking for it, find a grave spot on. We're on the kind of edge of the cemetery. We're 3 rows. 3 rows in. His wife is buried right beside him, but unmarked. Well, anyways, I'll get my shadow out of here. and we'll talk a little bit more about the story here. So both men were acquitted after 5 days by an all-white jury. The charge of kidnapping was dropped by the grand jury. So they were found not guilty. All right, that's the court system at the time, all-white jury, not guilty. But in January 24th, 1956, an issue of Look magazine published their admission of guilt. The brothers were paid $3,150 to tell their story, and they admitted to the kidnapping, mutilation, and murder of Emmett Till for $3,150. Look magazine published this, but they couldn't do. The state couldn't do anything because double jeopardy. They were charged and acquitted, so they got away with murder and went on to live their lives while Emmett Till and his family could not. So like I said, I told you to go Google Emmett Till open casket. Emmett Till's mother insisted on an open casket for his funeral, giving the public an opportunity to see what John W. here and Roy had actually done to her boy. And I mean, it's brutal, guys, really bad. Clearly this is a hate crime. The funeral service had a lot of heavy coverage, which really became a catalyst for the American Civil Rights Movement. The FBI reopened the case in 2004. Till's body was exhumed for autopsy in 2005. Statutes of limitations, all that, and double jeopardy. This guy here, he got away with it. Him and his brother Roy got away with murdering a young black boy here in Mississippi, all because Roy's wife, alleged that Emmett had whistled at her or said something inappropriate, or who knows, her word against Emmett can't defend himself, he's dead. But the woman at the center of it, Carolyn Bryant, Roy's wife, she just died here in 2023, and her ashes are spread on I think it's called Acres plantation, kind of I guess it'd be southeast of here. It's a plantation she grew up on. So she lived a long life till 2023, but she got cremated and was spread on this plantation where she had grown up with her father, where her father worked. So won't be able to stop by and talk shit. Well, she's an awful woman too. She wrote a story, an unpublished story that got leaked or got released on the internet, and she was the victim. I mean, she played the victim the entire time in this story. She was talking about growing up as a girl in the South and how she loved the black people, but she really came off as, hey, I'm a victim in this. Media coverage is unfair. They actually found a summons or like a charge against her in a filing cabinet while she was still alive, but they refused to do it. This is like 50 years later. They found they were gonna charge her with something, and they found that filing, and they just ignored it. So there you go, guys. Grave of J.W. Milan, half brother of Roy Bryant, the two murderers that were acquitted of the murder of Emmett Till, and less than a year later admitted to the crime. And here he lies. His wife is right beside him, Mary Juanita Thompson Milan. She just died in 2014. Unmarked grave right here, though. So there you go. Like I said, there's evil in this world, and we're looking at the grave of one of them, John W. Milan.